Good afternoon. Fade to Black breaking news for this Wednesday, June 26th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Great week on Fade to Black. Russell Targ on Monday. Last night we did an emergency AMA AJA, Ask Me Anything. A lot of fun. Love doing that. Tonight on the show, Emily Harrison is with us, one of my favorite people. And tonight we are going to be talking about the Akashic Records. And then tomorrow night, Ron James is with us, director, TV host with MUFON. And we are going to be talking about breaking 4 ET cases tomorrow night, new ET and UFO cases. All of that tomorrow night with Ron James. And yes, I do have 4 major events coming up in the second half of 2024. Got the 2024 Conscious Awards in Miami, Florida. That is August 3rd and the 4th, hosted by Giorgio Tsoukalos, Forbidden Knowledge, Billy Carson, Elizabeth Carson. The links for that are below. It is a full weekend of events with the awards happening on Sunday in Miami. Then the Contact at Sea Cruise to Alaska, hosting this. It's always great. That is September 6th through the 13th. The links for that are below. Paul Hynek was just added. You're going to want to go to Alaska. And I was looking at the events, and there's this whale watching excursion to go look at these glaciers and whale watch. I cannot wait for that. You've got to come with us to Alaska. Then heading to Egypt in October 3rd through the 14th. Again, Forbidden Knowledge. Links for that are below. I think it's sold out, but you can get on the waiting list. And same thing with Peru and Bolivia, which is in November with Brian Forrester. Again, that is also sold out, but you never know. Somebody may cancel. You can get on the waiting list. The links for that are below. All right. Now, don't forget, when you go over to Forbidden Knowledge and check out the Conscious Awards, you can vote. You can vote. These awards are presented by the community. Okay, so go and vote for me. Yeah, it's right there. TV host, Jimmy Church, into the Vortex. Click on that. Vote for me. Yeah. I want to win that award. Fade or not, so let's get it together. All right. Got a busy news day today. On this day in history, 1974. This was a big one. That's right. At a supermarket in Troy, Ohio, a pack of Wrigley's Juicy Fruit chewing gum becomes the first grocery store item scanned with the UPC, and the barcode era begins on this day in 1974. It was actually invented back in like the 1940s, but they couldn't figure out a way to get it scanned. Yeah, lasers and all of that. So anyway, on this day in 1974, barcodes. Fade or fact, are you ready? Neil Armstrong's hair was sold in 2004 for $3,000 to John Resnikoff. The barber, Mark Sizemore, was threatened with a lawsuit by Armstrong's lawyers, and Sizemore kind of told them to go and blank themselves. Seriously. Well, not kinda. He actually did. All right, that's your Fade or fact. Breaking news. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has landed back home in Australia, a free man for the first time in 12 years, after a U.S. judge signed off on his unexpected plea deal this morning. Assange was released from a high-security prison in London Monday afternoon and had already boarded a private jet to leave the United Kingdom before the world found out about his agreement with the U.S. government. That's crazy. All right. Are you ready? You got to brace yourselves. Japanese scientists have found a way to attach living skin to robot faces. That's right. They say for a more realistic smile and other facial expressions that are convincingly realistic. New AI robots with self-healing skin that will not easily rip or tear. Yeah, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. The artificial skin is made in a lab using living cells. That's right. Not only is it soft, like real skin, but it can repair itself if cut. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a little freaked out. The breakthrough came from copying tissue structures in people, according to the team at Tokyo University, and their paper just published in the journal Cell Reports Physical Science. Holy crap. I'm going to leave that right there. This morning, Meta, Instagram's parent company, opted all Instagram users out of seeing political content from accounts they don't follow on their feeds. The move, which Meta said was an error, has sparked accusations of censorship in advance of tomorrow's debate, which I don't really care about. And this is exactly why I don't do politics. I'm only reporting on this because it's funny. It's really, really funny. It's comedy at its finest. Well, are you ready? Nearly a third of all adults on planet Earth are not doing enough physical activity, posing a growing threat to health across the world, according to a new study by the World Health Organization and other researchers that was released today. More than 31% of adults, that includes you, 1.8 billion people did not get the recommended amount of physical exercise in 2022, an increase of 5 percentage points from 2010. To be healthy, the WHO recommends all adults spend at least 150 minutes every week doing moderate intensity physical activity, which can include walking, cycling, or even household chores, or at least 75 minutes of more vigorous exercise, such as running or competing in sport. Well, I'm in the clear. Are you? No, you're not. Scientists have discovered a new tipping point toward runaway melting of Antarctic ice sheets caused by warm ocean water intruding between the ice and the land it sits on. All of this, according to a new study published yesterday. While this type of melting has been previously studied, models used by the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, to protect the impact of global warming on the Antarctic have yet to factor in this phenomenon. They have also systematically underestimated ice loss thus far, says lead author Alexander Bradley, a researcher with the British Antarctic Survey. The paper was just published in the journal Nature Geoscience. Concentrations of ozone-damaging aluminum oxides in Earth's atmosphere could increase by 650% in the coming decades due to the rise in the number of defunct satellites burning up during re-entry. The authors of the study say rising concentrations of satellite-induced pollutants could cause potentially significant ozone depletion. Conducted by researchers of the University of Southern California, that's right here, USC, the study is the first to model the generation of these pollutants in the atmosphere and estimate the evolution of their concentrations based on the forecasted proliferation of satellites. That's right. And what did SpaceX do this week? 2 SpaceX Starlink mega constellation launches. Yeah. All right. And finally, I'll leave you with this. When Elvis Presley's debut album took the charts by storm back in 1956, Blue Suede Shoes was its opening track. Yeah. Now, yes, you have the opportunity to step into the King's very own Blue Suede Shoes as they go up for grabs at British auction house Henry Aldridge and Son for an estimated, it seems kind of cheap to me, $126,000 to $152,000. The shoes, which are a size 10 and a half and stamped with the Nunn Bush brand were worn by Presley both on and off stage during the 1950s. Now, I wear a 9.5, so I'm out. But if they were my size, I'd wear them. It's totally worth it. I mean, could you imagine pushing a shopping cart through the frozen foods, wearing those shoes and singing, boo, 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 sweet shoes, but like for real? Man, for 150 grand, I'd do it. I just need a 9.5. Seriously. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Wednesday, June 26, 2024. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Neumann. I'm Jimmy Church. Tonight on the show on Fade to Black, Emily Harrison is with us. We are going to be talking about the Akashic Records. Until tonight, all I've got is Go Backley Tappy.